First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashin Yahushua, Bashir Kakwadash, Salaki. We give the honor to the Apostle Jim, Mr. Rule of Well, and peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect out there. And again, another Jeremy Hill video. The title is "The B Dub is Not the Prize." I have this article where I tried to do it yesterday, but for some reason I don't know what the hell happened. It just stopped recording. But 5 ways integration undeveloped so-called Black America. You got to remember, slavery happened here. The greatest slavery happened here in America. You know, South America as well. Well, the Western Hemisphere, the Western Hemisphere, but mainly America. You know, America was prophesied. You know, the extension of Rome. What is it? Basically that I want to say AKA the fifth beast that was gonna prophesied already that it was gonna come and be developed, which was America, aka Babylon the Great. And due to the slavery of the so-called blacks, Judah, the top tribe of Israel, so-called black man and black woman, the real Jews, you know, there was always a plot and a how you say it, an intention and a strategic plan to destroy them and keep them underneath, underneath, and have power over them. And one of those ways were destroying the family and taking the woman and destroying her mind and pretty much giving her a self-destructive mind. So due to the self-destructive mind that the so-called black woman has in America, hold on real quick, now has broke down basically it has broke down, our access of getting anywhere in this society, because not only do you have to worry about the enemy, the so-called white man and woman, you have to worry about the so-called black woman as well. And it's funny, so even today, today's the 4th, if I'm not mistaken, or the 3rd. Yeah, the 3rd, June the 3rd, 2024. Man, I swear, fucking Virginia has a bunch of fucking babies, man. I swear, what the fuck the baby's gonna do. But as I was going through the parking lot, not driving fast, you had an Edomite woman that I don't know what the hell she was trying to prove. So she's basically ran up across the street with her cart out in front of her. I guess she's trying to say, "Oh, slow down" or something. I'm just sitting, I didn't even look at it. I just slowed down and let her go by. Didn't even look at it afterwards. Then you had the nigger woman. Oh my fucking goodness. Oh man. And like I just made in the other video, she had the afro. I'm talking about her real hair, the afro. She wasn't dark. She was somewhat light skinned, caramel complexion. And they had a body. And what did she say? Oh, scream. Pedestrians got the right of it. And it kind of flared me up, I don't know if she heard me or not. I was like, yo, bitch, shut the fuck up, man. But what say not? Need to say more. I'm sitting the first thing that come to my mind, I'm like, yo, you a so-called black broad sticking up for your massa. Now, who gives a fuck about that Edomite fucking bitch? But need to say more. The nigga woman has become a cancer. Her pride, her arrogancy. And like I said, we don't need to say 1,000 words to really describe the nigga woman. We know what's going on. We know what's up. So, This is Ciroc 25 in the GNT. But again, her that nigga woman, boy, she that mind of hers is and again, due to her mother, like the scripture says in Ezekiel, as is the mother, so is the daughter. And also, like the scripture says in Second Titus, the aged woman likewise shall teach the daughter, but the so-called black woman was never taught. All she was taught was herself, everything about herself, and destruction. So people who deserve praise, I'm just scroll through to this, so I'm kind of going to be all over the place. So there are three things in which I take special delight, things that are beautiful to the Lord and people alike: brothers who get along with each other, neighbors who are friends, and a married couple who are happy together. If Esau, this doesn't fly. Oh, let me see. So verse 3, unless you learn what you can while you are young, you will never be wise when you reach old age. So what happens is these women are able to get brought up in this world, basically coastline, pushed forward. It's been an agenda to allow women to surpass a man. And what happens is life and too much sex, too much sexual liberation, and you know, her, she's able to have crushes and flirt, and see the dark side of men, and just she's able to see too much. And what happens is it destroys her mind. And sometimes these women will have those kids, and you know, it's just it's a never-ending cycle of dysfunction and destruction. But by the time she gets old age, my damn, yeah, Vivica A. Fox. Vivica A. Fox is a perfect example of this. And this is actually something starting even with our elders. We spoke on this, and Kevin Samuels, as well. It says sound judgment, good advice, and gray hair go together beautifully. You know, wisdom, understanding, and sound counsel are appropriate to the age and the respected. Elderly people wear the crown of long experience, and they can boast of nothing finer than their fear of the Lord. But if you were ignorant and childish growing up, you're 30, you was a teenager, you was off, you were brought up wrong, you was able to basically grow up. You grew up by yourself. The TV brought you up. You basically are self-driven. You're headstrong. Nobody taught you anything, and you had a lot of pain and a lot of hurt amongst your journey of growing up. By the time you get old, 40, 50, and 60, you don't have kids, and you don't had this rod size, and had gangbangs, trannies, etc. put on you, and you don't seen, you know, how men in the corporate world act, how men in the labor and what you just seen too much. So by the time you get older, you become a cold, nasty woman. And one thing that minute the dude Minister Jap just said, and which was on point. He said pretty much when a woman becomes bitter, she becomes the best career woman as well, because she basically um, buckles down, and you know all all her rest of her effort and has in life is towards her career. So it says, verse 7, I would tell you about 10 kinds of people that I feel fortunate to know, especially fortunate in the case of the 10th, someone who takes pride in his children. You see that? In this day of time, these women don't even want to have children. Going into Romans, the first chapter, men have become corrupted and women has become corrupted as well. So it says, a man, I'm just again jumping around, a man fortunate enough to have an understanding wife, a married couple who are well matched, um, A person who doesn't have to work for someone less potent than himself, and that has happened. We're underneath Esau, and this nigga is com- he's compotent. No matter of fact, let me get that word. Let's look at the word compotent. Compotent definition. So it says less than him, having the necessary ability, knowledge, or skill to do something successfully. But Esau doesn't. Yes, as a whole, Jake does, but you know, overall, Esau's in power, and this nigga doesn't have the potency to guide this kingdom in righteousness or in a rightfully way. He does it in complete evilness, selfishness, and greed, and he has put. But so basically, when you're dealing with the nigga woman today, you're dealing with an Edomite. You're dealing with the Edomite man. So it says, someone fortunate enough to have a real friend. Um, Advice about women. This is verse 13 of Sirach 25. No wound is as serious as wounded love. No troubles are as serious as the troubles that women cause. No sufferings are worse than the sufferings caused by people who hate you. And what has feminism done to these women? They made them hate men. Let's bounce around a little bit. Definition of hate. Definition of hate. So, um, hold on, damn. It says intense hostility and aversion, usually deriving from fear, anger, or a sense of injury. Let's look up aversion. So aversion, a feeling of repugnance towards something with the desire to avoid or turn from it. So these women don't want to be underneath our control. These women don't even want to be associated with us. Let me say, a tendency to extinguish a behavior or to avoid a thing or situation, and especially a usually pleasurable one, because it has been associated with a noxious stimulus, or, well, I don't ignore that one. So going back to hate, it says intense hostility and aversion, usually deriving from fear, anger, or sense of injury. And especially when these girls go to college, that's when they truly, again, us living and being around VCU, we see this all the time. And brothers that has came across here, been here in Virginia, Richmond, around VCU, they will tell you VCU is always filled up with women, from all nations. Damn near Richmond has, I want to say, all 18 nations, man. And when you walk around VCU area, you can feel these women are scared. You can feel the anger. You can feel it, man. You can sense it. It's an extreme dislike or disgust, a systematic and especially politically exploited expression of hatred, and that's what these feminism have done. But since these women don't want nothing to do with us and they hate us, hey, they resent us, man. And what has happened is, like the scripture said, no sufferings are worse than the sufferings caused by the people who hate you. So since Esau has destroyed the family structure, these Edomites don't really have to come down and do no, again, they don't really have to come out here and do anything. Basically, the common folk here in America, they're going to destroy themselves. You know, your own woman is going to fight you. Your own child is going to fight you. Your own neighbor is going to fight you. That's how they have set up the playing grounds. So it said no revenge is worse than revenge taken by an enemy. And these women here in America have become our enemies, mainly the so-called black woman. No poison is deadlier than the poison of a snake, and no anger is deadlier than the anger of a woman. And my God, bros don't gotta have to be reminded. Just look, just sit back and just think about what you've seen the black woman do. While growing up, I would rather live in the same house with a lion or a dragon than with a bad wife. When a wife is in a bad mood, her expression changes until she looks like an angry bear. Her husband has to go and eat with the neighbors, but he can't hold back his bitter sighs. Compared with the troubles caused by women, any other trouble looks small. May such women suffer the fate of sinners. A quiet man living with a nagging wife is like an old man climbing up a sandy hill. See that? Never lose your head over a woman's beauty, and don't try to win a woman because she is wealthy. When a man is supported by his wife, there is sure to be anger, arrogance, and humiliation. A bad wife will make her husband gloomy and depressed and break his heart. Show me a timid man who can never make up his mind, and I will show you a wife who doesn't make her husband happy. Sin began with a woman, and we must all die because of her. Don't let a bad wife have her way any more than you should allow water to leak from your sister. Kiss her. If she won't do as you tell her, divorce her. So, simple and plain, simple and plain. But again, these women, they're not the prize. They've been taught they are, and they've been taught that you have to bow down to them. You have to cope, worship them and bow down to them and make them feel happy at all times. It has nothing to do with you. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter. Basically, in America, men are just xed out. It doesn't matter what about a man. If a nigga not kicking out no bread, if you're not worshiping a woman, making that bitch feel good, special, delightful, giving her 12 inches of golden rod and etc. But man, if you're not making that woman feel good, basically, man, it's just and even that, basically, at the end of the day, you can give her everything she wants, and she's still not happy. So you get the point. Los Williams edified with that. A shalom.